ever had money leak out of your life over and over and wonder, what in the actual fuck? Welcome to Tools to Manifest Your Dream Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. This week's podcast is an invitation to my upcoming class called Clearing the Energies Limiting Your Magic. The link is above or below with details. If you don't see a link, just reach out and I will get it for you. If you are listening to this, the link is in the podcast show notes. We are in England. We got here, a little over a week ago and had 3 really bizarre days of overspending, money leaking out, frustration. The first time it happened, it was Sunday. We wanted to go for Sunday roast and there was a specific restaurant that we wanted to go to. So I looked at the bus schedule. We got on a bus, we got as close as we could to the restaurant, and then we needed an Uber for just a little ways farther. Once we got there and I put the address in the Uber, I put in the wrong address. So the Uber ended up taking us 15 minutes backwards, basically almost back from where we came to on the bus. Yes. So I was frustrated because then we had to get another Uber to take us to the original place we were going. Yeah, not impressed at all. So at the time I was annoyed with myself, but I really just kind of thought it was jet lag. We'd only been here a couple days and big deal. And then the next day, we took the bus down to the seafront. We had a little walk on the beach. We went for lunch. Again, I checked the bus schedule. There was a bus for, I think it was like 1:27 that would take us 5 minutes to get back to our Airbnb. Everything was all packed up. We were just going to grab our suitcases, get in an Uber, and come to this, which is our first house sit here in England. We are in South Shields, which is south of Newcastle. So beautiful here. They have the most incredible beaches. And the 1:27 bus didn't show up. Well, maybe it did, but the bus showed up at 2:05. So that was already 3 minutes later than the 2:02 bus that should have showed up. So what happened as we're standing there, and we were to be here at this sit for 2 o'clock. So as it's getting like longer and longer, and we rode the bus enough to know that they're usually about 10 minutes late. So by about 1:45, about 15 minutes late, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, it's got to be any minute. And then by 10:02 and then 5:02, meanwhile, I did message these pet parents and let them know that we were waiting on a bus and all the things. I was still very frustrated. So at 2:02, I think it was, around there, I ordered an Uber because I thought, I don't even know if the bus is coming. Like, this is ridiculous. Ordered the Uber, paid for the Uber, and the bus came. And looking at the Uber time and the bus time, it was actually going to be quicker to get on the bus, pay for the bus to get back to the Airbnb, and then cancel the Uber and pay the cancellation fee, which was actually more than the trip would have been. I know. So anyway, did that because our number one priority was to get here as close to 2 p.m. as possible. I believe we showed up at 20 after, maybe 25 after 2. That is not cool in my world and not in hubby's world either. Like, we are early. If we're anything, we are early all the time. To a bit of a fault, we're early. So to be late and know that the pet parents had their own schedule. They had to get to a coach to get to their airport, all the things. Then that night, I placed an order. Hubby uses CBD oil to help with joint pain, and you can't actually bring it from Canada into, well, you can bring it into the UK. What you can't do, and this is weird to me, so if anybody knows what the hell this is, maybe you could explain it to me. You can't cross the border, any border, whether you're flying or driving from Canada. If you have CBD oil that has any THC in it, so the stuff he uses has 0.01%, it is a criminal offense to take it across a border. But he could arrive in England with it, but not from Canada because you can't, Anyway, I won't try to understand that. So I ordered some CBD oil for him online, and The next morning, I thought, well, that's weird because I hadn't received an email from them saying they'd received the order. So I went and double checked. There was nothing in my emails, nothing in the junk folder. So I thought, well, I'll check my credit card, and there was nothing on my credit card. There was no pending authorization, nothing. I thought, oh, great. It probably didn't work because, of course, I have a Canadian credit card and I'm trying to order and deliver in the UK. Okay, fine. So I found some on Amazon and ordered it that way. The next day, I get an email from the company saying your order has been shipped. So now we have 2 bottles of this CBD oil that we don't need 2 bottles of. It was at this point that I started to question what was actually going on, because this was not normal. This was extremely bizarre to be overspending in so many ways. And of course, when you ask, you receive the information, which I did, and I quickly started clearing all of my energy, all of hubby's energy, all of the energy of where we're staying, because it was just, there was a lot of heavy energies. And I don't mean the heavy energies were here. This is actually a really nice spacious space, so I didn't feel that at all. Probably more just from picking it up as we were traveling around and stuff, and maybe being tired and just not being as present and aware and all of that. So I just started clearing the energies. And one of my favorite ways to clear energies is to imagine pulling the sun from the sky, even if it's cloudy out, like today is cloudy. I can still do this, doesn't need to be sunny. I just imagine pulling the sun down from the sky into, and I always start with in like my body and then let it expand out and then into the space that I'm in, and maybe even beyond, maybe into the country, maybe into the entire world, whatever feels right at the time. And what that does is it really allows all of the energies that aren't that same vibration, that bright light vibration, they can't be where there's brightness. There's too much vibrational difference, so they can't be together. Bringing it down, it will clear it all out. And I believe I talked about this too in last week's show. I will put that above or below, also in the show notes if you want to listen to that if you missed it, because clearing our energy is something that is, I would say, one of the most powerful and potent tools that we can utilize that we don't often think about, right? We just think, like I did, oh, I've just got a little bit of jet lag. Oh, I'm not being very present. Oh, the bus system doesn't work. Oh, that, like all of this stuff, rather than going, hey, what is this? In my case, it might have been, what in the actual fuck is this? And energetic interference can show up in lots of different ways. This whole money leak is one way, but you can have it show up like as technical glitches, as let's say you run a business, people not showing up for their appointment, like a constant feeling of feeling off or blocked, or maybe you feel like there's no creative energy in your life. And I would say one of the biggest things for all of us to be aware of is that we can just ask the question, what is this? Instead of going to those conclusions like, oh, it's because I have jet lag, or it's because that's the way the world is now. If you're not experiencing the magic that you're used to, just ask, what is this? And you could even get more specific. You could ask, is this an energetic interference? Are there energies interfering with my energy? You could get really specific with that. If you get a yes, and so when I say those things, if you're not familiar with this, when I ask a question, the yes is an expansive, where it just feels lighter in my world, it expands out. And the no is a contraction, it's a heavy. So a lot of times people would think if you're asking about energetic interferences, like entities and foreign energies and those sorts of things, that it's always going to be heavy. But no, because what you're asking, like it depends what question you're asking. So if there are energies and entities that are impacting you and you ask that, then you're going to get an expansive for that. It doesn't mean those energies are expansive. It means that that's a yes to what you're asking. That's what you want to be present with. And I've even recommended to people, and honestly started doing for myself recently, because that was kind of a shock that it took me that long to really go to question with it, is just have a daily reminder, whether you use sticky notes or an app on your phone, which is my favorite way, of just asking, what is this? Just have that as it pops up, 7 a.m. every morning or whatever time you want, or maybe multiple times a day. What is this? It may not fit when you might look at it at 7 in the morning when it pops up and think, okay, that's not relevant right now. Cool. That's awesome. Celebrate that and just click it that it's done. And then it'll help you to remember it throughout the day also. And then when it is relevant, when you're going down the rabbit hole of, oh, I've got jet lag, or oh, it's this, or oh, it's that, or stupid bus systems. No, what is this? What is this? You will get so much better at being present with your magic. You're knowing that you are a walking, talking, magical being, that when bizarre crap shows up, there's something else at play. Now, it does not mean that it's always entities or energies that are interfering. That could be other things, of course. I am just talking about my experience and what went on for me and from this angle, but of course there could be other things. But by asking, what is this, can really open the door to giving you more information. So let's just take a moment right now, as long as it's safe for you to do so and you're not driving or doing anything that needs you to keep your eyes open. Let's together pull the sun down into your body and surroundings. This is beneficial no matter what. Even if you are having the most magical, incredible, fabulous day ever, this is only going to contribute. You can never cause any heaviness or harm or chaos by pulling the sun into your world, okay? So as long as it's safe to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Just take a moment. Might even want to say, hi, sweet body. Yeah. Now, just imagine or sense or perceive or feel whatever is right for you, just going up to the sun in the sky. Even if it's at night, the sun is still there. Just go find the sun. And now just bring it down into your body, all the way down into your toes. If it pops out, what I want you to do is go get it again, pull it in, and stay present with it while holding it in place. Letting it fill up your entire body, your toes, your legs, your tummy, your spine, down your arms to your fingertips, up to the top of your head and out to the tips of your ears. And then energetically expanding the sunshine into the building that you're in, going down to the basement if there is one, if not, going down into the earth below it, going throughout all of the rooms, filling up the entire house, and then expanding out into the community or city or town, expanding out into the entire country. Yeah, notice how much more spacious that is. Oh, yay. Now pull it down into the entire earth, all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, filling the earth up, beyond the earth now. Beyond, 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 so that everything within your body and being is this incredible, bright, shining vibration. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Yeah, it's a really quick way, and you don't even have to take that long. It's a really quick way to shift your energy, to shift the energy around you. It just cleans it up, and you get to be you again, which, yeah, truly, there is nothing more magical than you, my sweet friend. And again, I invite you, if you would like more of the ways that I clear energies and more of the magic with clearing the energies that are limiting your magic, then join us. The link again is above or below. If you're listening to this later, the recording is always available, so that same link will still work for that. Thank you so much for being here, sweet friends. I am so incredibly grateful, and I look forward to chatting again next week.